to this, folks. One game to change it all. Will it be Wycombe? Will it be Sunderland? Who's going to get promoted back to the Championship? We're going to take a look at that and more next. Prediction video today. We look forward to the 2021-2022 League One playoff final, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe and keep banging today. All things League One related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Rooski. That's right. Gareth Ainsworth, Alex Neil, lock horns in the dugouts to see who will actually take their team back to the Championship. Of course, will it be a return to the Championship for Wycombe Wanderers, or will it be a long way to the return for the Mackhams? That's right. We'll take a look at that and more in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They're the patrons, guys. You know who you are, but of course, if you know, check out the links down below, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all that kind of stuff in the old description. But anyway, let's get into it and take a look at how we all got to this stage. Of course, remind ourselves of the league. There it is. Wigan are there, Rotherham are there. Of course, going down, of course, Crewe, Wimbledon, Doncaster and Gillingham. They're done and dusted. And of course, we were left with the final four: MK Dons, Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland and Wycombe, of course. And believe it or not, the third and fourth place teams have been knocked out of the playoffs, leaving in, of course, the fifth place Sunderland and sixth place Wycombe Wanderers to duke it out in the final at Wembley. But of course, how did that all happen? Well, I'll show you right here, right now. These were of course, the semi-finals. It was MK Dons up against Wycombe. In the second leg, of course, we already knew that Wycombe had the upper hand with a 2-0 lead. Of course, so MK Dons had it all to do themselves, and they did fight themselves back. With a 1-0 win in the end. It wasn't good enough. I went with a 2-1 win. And of course, Wycombe Wanderers going through 2-1 on aggregate. That's right. So Wycombe Wanderers are there. They're in Wembley. They've been at this stage before. They got themselves to the Championship with Gareth Ainsworth, of course. Can they do it again? Can lightning strike twice for Wycombe Wanderers and get over the line? Of course, I do remember a bit of a squabble between the then Sunderland manager, I don't know who it was, and Wycombe. Of course, when the COVID cancelled the season, it was a points per game kind of thing, and Wycombe got the upper hand on that one and got themselves better. So a bit of revenge perhaps for Sunderland on the Ocky here. Of course, and speaking of Sunderland, they took on Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough in the second leg. Of course, Sunderland had the upper hand with that 1-0 lead. I actually went with a 2-0 win for Sheffield Wednesday, but I got it wrong, guys. It was a draw, and again, that draw led to a 2-1 aggregate win for Sunderland to go to Wembley to take on Wycombe, slap, what am I talking about? Wycombe Wanderers, that's right. So we will have a bit of a zinger, of course, high scoring, high tempo, sort of great footballing team Sunderland up against the Wycombe side who like to grind it out. Of course, they were very, very good against MK Dons in the first leg, and of course they've had some good performances over the season, but realistically, they're going to go into this Sunderland as favourites, I do imagine, but we'll take a look at the odds and all that kind of stuff in a second. But before all that, let's take a look at how you guys got on with, of course, your prediction league. Here we go. These were the winners. Okay, only 2 points on the offering, and of course, Vinny Hong pick up a couple of points there, as did Deep at the Great, and the rest of the gang there just with one. So very slim pickings there. But about, of course, the mini leaderboard from January onwards. Well, of course, the leader at the moment is Deep at the Great with 140 points, and he's 3 points clear over 30-77. He cannot be caught in the January mini leaderboard. But of course, we do have the master leaderboard bubbling behind the scenes. Of course, we don't know about that. We don't know what's going on. If you could figure it out, if you go back and watch a couple of other videos and do the maths yourself, you can add them all up and you can declare the winner if you want to. Maybe we cannot declare a winner. Maybe there's more than 1 point separating the two people at the top of the table there. Anyway, that's all to be decided. We'll talk about that another day. This is, of course, is the link if you want to get your name in lights. And of course, if you are still in that mix to compete for the title, get in there. Cutley Fortress League One to do it. Anyway, this is, of course, the final prediction league for League One, of course. Here we go. It is Sunderland, it is Wycombe, it is at Wembley. So let's take a look at these two sides and shall we jump at the deep end. Take a look on Saturday, May the 21st. Be with you. That's right. Coming at you at Wembley. Alex Neil, of course, took over the reins earlier in the season. Of course, Wycombe still with Gareth Ainsworth for the time being. Ainsworth constantly linked with QPR and Blackburn Rovers to be the next manager in the Championship. So regardless of this result, Sunderland could get promoted. But of course, Gareth Ainsworth could also be in the Championship next season under a new guise. Of course, it could be a chance for him to change his roles. Of course, he's been with Wycombe for a long time now. He's got them there promoted before. He got relegated, but he could bounce them back at the first attempt, and that would be a fantastic way for him to move on to pastures new as well. Meanwhile, Sunderland, of course, with Alex Neil, he's been there, seen it, and done it. Of course, was very, very good manager with Preston and Norwich as well. So don't rule him out for this one. Anyway, these two sides have played each other 6 times 2018. 2 wins for Sunderland, 1 for Wycombe, and 3 draws. Of course, Sunderland though unbeaten in the last 6 75% form for them. Up against the Wycombe side, just one defeat past 6 of them, 75% form as well heading into this. Of course, Sunderland's biggest win over Wycombe was a 4-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 1-0 win for Wycombe. And in fact, Wycombe just scored 7 goals compared to Sunderland's 13 over the course of those 6 matches, stretching all the way back to 2018. Works out about 2 goals a game ratio compared to Wycombe's just 1.17 goals a game ratio heading into this match. However, let's take a look at the recent matches then, shall we? Now, these two sides have played each other twice this season. Of course, once at the Stadium of Light and once at Adams Park. Let's take a look at the game at the Stadium of Light. It was a 3-1 win for Sunderland back in August 2021. Of course, Wycombe, though, picking up a 3-3 draw at Adams Park back in January 2022. In fact, the home side, or the home side that's been declared in this, has not lost in the last 6 occasions. So on this one, from that statistic there, you would declare Sunderland the winner on this one. Sunderland do come into this on the back of that 1-1 draw against Sheffield Wednesday. Of course, their last defeat it goes back a bit. The last defeat was all the way back. Oh my days, it's a long time ago. And that's a loss to MK Dons back in February 2022. Oh my goodness, that's a long time since the last defeat. Of course, Wycombe, though, do come into this on the back of a defeat against MK Dons, but prior to that, their last defeat was way back. I don't know, I'm looking against Accrington Stanley back in the 26th of February. So both of these two sides have grounded out. And of course, Wycombe do prefer picking up results at home. So this, of course, will be a different occasion. But the Wycombe fans have less to travel. Of course, Wycombe on the cusps of Greater London, where Sunderland, of course, got a long way to travel. But they'll be there. They'll be heard. They'll be given their what for on this game. Let's take a look at the odds then, shall we, for this game. Now, this is the result after 90 minutes. It's 12-5 for Wycombe. 11-10 is your Sunderland, and 12-5 is your draw on this one. That's again after 90 minutes, of course. Now, remember, Sunderland did finish at 5th place above Wycombe, who did finish at 6th. However, the odds for promotion, actual promotion after the course of this match, including penalties and of course extra time, are 13-10 for Wycombe. They are your underdogs. Sunderland are 13-8. They are, of course, your favourites on this one. But what about me? What do I think about this game? Of course, short and sweet. We're going to go straight to the deep end, and I think it's going to be very little goals in this one. Wycombe are quite tight. They like to lock up. They like to keep it tight. And again, they'll come into this thinking that Sunderland are the weight of expectation from not only the fans but the media expect Sunderland to get this right. Wycombe will come into this with, of course, a defensive mentality. They know their limitations. They know to give full respect to Sunderland on this one. And I think they will get this one right, and only by fine margins. I think it's going to take, whether a penalty, set piece, dead ball, whatever it is, a stroke of genius perhaps from Gareth Ainsworth to get the upper hand, of course, of Alex Neil. I'm going to go with a cheeky 1-0 win here for Wycombe Wanderers, which of course will put them back in the championship at the first time of asking. And that, my friends, is absolutely crazy when you think about where or what kind of team Wycombe are. They even in the grand scheme of things of League One, they're not a juggernaut side. They're, of course, they are batting above their means. It just goes to show the tremendous work that Gareth Ainsworth has been doing with the resources and, of course, the players that he has at his disposal. And I feel it's back to a second promotion within 3 years for Wycombe will be on the agenda. And again, the pressure will then mount on Alex Neil. Will of course, he'll be there for next season. I think, regardless of what happens, even if Sunderland don't go up or if they do stay up, they've got to keep Alex Neil. I think he's a fantastic manager, not only at this level, but of course in the EFL as well. I think he's probably one of the top 10, top 15 managers in the lower third divisions of Football League. So I think Alex Neil is definitely an asset for Sunderland. Lose him, I think you'll lose your hopes next season. Because I think, regardless of this, I think on the day, one match, a stroke of genius from Gareth Ainsworth. I'm not saying that the Wycombe are a better side than Sunderland, far from it. But football is a funny old thing, and I do think that we'll have a little bit of Barneyness, a little bit of craziness come at you at Wembley when these two sides lock on. So I think Wycombe will get the edge. Are they the better side? Heck no. Is Alex Neil better than Gareth Ainsworth? I don't know. I think the jury's out on that one. I think Alex Neil was a fantastic coach, and I would love either one of these two as a potential Rovers candidate to take over the reins at Ewood Park. But that is my take on it, guys. Be sure to get your own take in it as well. Use the link cut/League One. Of course, I want to know what you're thinking about this season's climax to League One. And once that's done and dusted, and once we know the teams that, of course, will make up League One for next season, we'll be back with an early door, batshit crazy early League One prediction video. And I do anticipate. If Wycombe are going to be in this division, I don't think they're going to be in the top 6 next season. And if Sunderland are, I do anticipate them to be in the top 2 next season when you take a look at some of the candidates that are already in League One for next season. But that is it, guys. That is it. Be sure to smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below on my Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and also Patreon. But until then, boys, we're going to be done right now. But until then, guys, be safe out there. And, of course, let's enjoy the show.